What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a Tales from the LGS. I just got back from a casual Commander Day at Commander Games in Las Vegas, and I had a great time. As always, I don't go very often, but when I do, it's just fantastic. I get to go through all the binders they have. They have so many different selections of just they have their glass rares and mythics, and then they have a very organized set of binder rares where it's I think those are from $3 to $10 or so. They have land folders and binders, artifact binders, multicolored binders. Then they have their 50-cent rares. They have their uncommon bulk. It's just a fantastic time, and we ended up getting a 5-man pod, and I ended up making an 80-80 Gruff Triplet today. So it was just fantastic with my Marriott deck. It was great, and I feel like there's just always room for improvement too. Like I can kind of see maybe there's some cards that would help us get there even more. But this was an incredible interaction. I could have went one of two ways. I could have fetched up I had a really cool card called the Horn of the Mark, and I'll just kind of look through those cards in a second. But yeah, I had a choice to pick between Kogla and Gruff Triplets. Both would probably be great choices in the spot, and I had a Panharmonicon down. So yeah, I could have either fought two creatures and probably have value from Kogla because I had a Rabbit Battery. So that would have been a probably good route too. But I was like, let's go with the Gruff Triplets, and it did not disappoint. I made I made obviously with the Panharmonicon, I made 4 Gruff Triplet tokens to go along with it, and we had another guy that was going really big with worms, and what ended up happening is I ended up blocking with one, letting one die, and then I had 4 6/6s, and then I had buffed it up with one of these cards here. Let's see, the Thunderfoot Baloth. And I ended up just swinging on him the next turn because he had gone in to smash into me, and he ended up killing all but one. So the one that lived was a 40/40, and then later in the game I got a Skullport Nexus, and I had an 80/80, and I was just rolling a dice to see who was gonna die on that turn because it was just a fun game, and it was just chaos. So it was very fun. I always have a good time there. This was the deck. Some of the main components of it. I drew with this 40/40 I had on the battlefield at one time, I drew 40 cards with a Garrick Primal Hunter. it was just take a wad off your library and just go crazy. This card was absolutely stunning in this deck with the Panharmonicon. I was just drawing infinite gas. Horn of the Mark, this was a new one I tried out. It was fantastic. I just got to go 5 deep and find all my big baddies just from attacking with my creatures, different opponents. It was great. Yeah, all in all, I had a great time with this deck. I probably could have just won the game outright. I did things a little bit differently, but that's just what happens. And this is the deck basically is a casual, I think it's $100 and something. Basically the only thing that's expensive are the shock lands and the fetch lands. And I'll have this list up. I'm going to add a card to it. I want to add a Pest Infestation to it because I really don't want to be too susceptible to some of these really strong enchantments that I've kind of witnessed today. Some of which, when one was called with Lurking Threats or something, it's a card where basically anytime a player casts a spell, someone gets to look at the top card of their library, and they may play a creature card from there for free. If they reveal a creature, it's really, really gross card. So I don't really want to be dying to that stuff. So I'd rather kind of put some sort of tech in it. I already have a Haywire Might, but yeah, this deck is just full on gasoline. So yeah, I just had a really good time, and just always you don't have to really break the bank all the time. I mean, you can have fun with these just casual decks that are just just super fun stuff. Yeah, and I totally this Traxxas, I could see the merits of it, but I don't know, probably didn't really wet my whistle too much, let's just say that. So that could be on the chopping block for a Pest Infestation. Otherwise, all these cards were just kind of fantastic tonight, to be honest. So here's Roxanne too. It's great. What a fun one, huh? So this one's certified fun on my fun list. So this would probably just be like my casual deck. Probably moving forward, I can just kind of cement that in there. My girl, Maria. So like, for instance, like when I go to the LGS, like I usually like put some money into cards, and because the new set came out, Modern Horizons 3, like, you know, I was kind of also getting some packs relating to that. So what I did is I got like, I bought like 2 collector packs of Thunder Junction, and then I bought like 7 or 8 packs of Modern Horizons 3 play boosters. Additionally, because I got to do that, I got to also spin the wheel at, they have like a wheel that you can spin if you spend over a certain amount of money. So I made that criteria today, and I got to get a another play booster of like a $5 play booster of Outlaws, basically a $4.99 pack, and I pick Outlaws. Can't wait to show you the card that I got out of it. So here's the Pest Infestation. This came from a collector's pack. I think someone had mentioned this on the CGB Discord, like probably about a couple months ago, and I think it's like really time to kind of incorporate this into my deck. So destroy up to X target artifacts and or enchantments. Create twice X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Yeah, because we could spew a lot of mana into Maria, and like this would be a great opportunity for us to like take out a lot of artifacts and enchantments at once, and then also build our like wide board, which would benefit us because we have like those cards that buff up our board in general. So yeah, I think this would be like a fine choice. Pest Infestation seems like a great choice there. That is a rare, and that's in the big score set. Let's see some of the other things I got. These are just from the packs. I mean, nothing like too crazy. This is just like the uncommons and such. But we're just kind of moving through here because, you know, like this was from the collector's packs, of course. So obviously, woo, we got a Fomori Vault. See, I haven't even been able to like sleeve these because I was just like on the LGS heaven today. So I looked this up. This is like $20 maybe. I think in the showcase set, if it's a showcase. So maybe it isn't $20, but nonetheless, I got a Fomori Vault, which is a good card. So that's solid. All right, so there's that one. Let's keep rolling here. I got a Polluted Delta from one of the MH3 just play boosters. Those things are stacked. And this is the one, I can't believe it. I pulled this one from that single bonus pack that I got from spinning the wheel. From that Thunder Outlaw Junction play booster, I got a Mana Drain. I tell you, that place is magical. It really is something in the waters over there at Commander Games. You guys got to check it out. And next time you go into Las Vegas, whether you're in like a convention or something, Gary's the owner. He's going to treat you well. You can like just geek out, get all the like cards you need. It'd be fantastic experience. So yeah, and these are just kind of like some of the bulk that, you know, kind of came through. Obviously, like you have to, I'm sure there's like in this set, there's something for everybody. Like I'm telling you, like even the commons seem to be really strong for what I'm looking for. Like there's just it just seems to be a very good set, this Modern Horizons 3 overall. Very, very pleased with like kind of its incorporation of just basically power creeping, like, or adding like good stuff to like everything. And especially this guy. So not only was I getting some booster packs there, I picked up like a ton of singles as well. So this wasn't even in the singles. This is still part of the pulls I got, but this card is definitely going into my my new Arwen deck, the Fanatic of Ronas. This thing is just busted as hell, right? You just like create an abundance of mana just for having a 4-power creature on the battlefield. It's just insane. And then what is it? Has this Eternalize too? Sure, why not? Like, why not just give more stuff to it, I guess? Oh, and then I pulled this crazy freaking guy too. The Nantuko. Who was thinking about this one? This is like a Landfall Dream, you know? You're just like you're just putting this on your Lotus Cobras or your, you know, I could see this going on like a Blossoming Tortoise, like, and you're just creating more tokens of it. Hey, yo, guys, what a freaky dude. Spring Hardened Tuco. Yeah, that's a freaky guy. Let's see what else. I mean, these are just complete gas. I have some pretty mega hits from today, and I only bought like, you know, 6 or 7 packs. Let's see, there's this cave. Yeah, so things are going well in Vegas. It's kind of heating up a little bit. I wonder how everything's with you guys in the world. I mean, it's gonna, you know, always get a little bit hotter here. Just kind of just the way it is. And I'm curious, like also this is like an insane card for like my Sauron deck, because I have a lot of and I play Sauron the Necromancer, the mono black Sauron, just in case you were wondering. And I have lots of zombies, and this is such a better rate than like, you know, a lot. I can actually incorporate this. I could even probably make it better, like to play. There's a zombie that basically for 3 mana that makes opponents sacrifice creatures upon its entering the battlefield. This is 2 mana, but if I have more zombies, it makes it even better. Like I have Crypt Gas, I think, in there, or Crypt Dweller, one of the ones that it just basically is rewarded for you for playing more zombies, and I have like a sacrifice synergy in there. So this one's insane. You just, a common card, it just enters the battlefield and each player sacrifices a non-token. This is like, holy moly, that's a bomb. And look at this, I got the Haragast. My God, so now it's like I have another dragon for my like dragon deck, you know? And that's what I was thinking. I'd like, wouldn't be Haragast be great too? And it has this crazy like a merge capability, right? Where, you know, you're just sacrificing like the reducing the cost by like creatures you have like already on the battlefield and sacrificing them, and then you get to draw 3 cards. So that's pretty good. It's pretty great, pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, I got that guy. I was just absolutely on fire today at the LGS. So let's see here. I mean, the best is yet to come. Like, trust me. I have more stuff. This is kind of interesting too. A deserted temple. Like if you're like playing like some crazy land tribal, like untap your target land. That's just a bomb in itself, right? Like if you're playing like Nykthos effects, like in your Fear Mono Black, and you're tutoring up like your lands, like this is just another bomb. Oh my God, bro. Deserted Temple, and there's no like draw side, it just taps for colorless. How about these multi-phase cards? I know people are like loving these. There's like a blue counterspell that's also plays, it's a land. When Bogart Trawler enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. Okay. Or it's just like a land. Wow, and you can just pay 3 in life into it? It's like, once again, like there's not really much of a downside. Huh. Well, the 3 life is, you know, obviously the part of it, right? Okay. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we'll just keep rolling. This one seems interesting too. It's like a slow burner, but also very interesting uncommon. Okay, so these are the cards I can kind of still picked up here. So these were, so basically I'm picking up cards from my Arwen deck where it's like, basically she has indestructible and she can grant indestructible to all my creatures through the proliferate, basically taking her indestructible counter and putting on my other things, which is really good. So I have like, I'm gonna be getting like a lot of wrath effects. So I kind of Just getting those together. So let me just put here the cards I'm kind of going to be utilizing for my decks. I got a Null Drifter today too, of course, which is like the it's like the new Mole Drifter, right? It's a little bit stronger, of course, in terms of stats, and has a, you know, that Eldrazi synergy. It's like a full art little island there. And this was like one of the mega hits of the day. It was the Ugin's Labyrinth. So just crazy. I think that was my second pack of the day. I was just like, boom, there's an Ugin Labyrinth. So there's that. Fantastic. And this will also go into my Arwen deck as well, the Proud Pack Rhino. Just enters the battlefield and you proliferate. It's fantastic. There's one more, that zombie that just basically sacks itself. I see that I putting that in the good pile. Yeah, of course I did. And then Ashling, this one seems pretty insane too, to be honest. Like, I'm getting kind of like Urabrask vibes kind of from it, where maybe it goes into something with Urabrask. So you don't lose your unspent red mana. A step in phase's end. Okay, very well. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, discard a card. Then draw a card, so you get to loot. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, Ashling Flame deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Okay, that sounds really solid. If it's the third time, add 4 red. Very interesting card. Like, seems solid. Seems like a very cool build around too. Do I have anything for Ashland right now? Perhaps. Perhaps I do. Devourer of Destiny. This one's kind of interesting too. This is the one where if it's in your opener, you get to like kind of take the top 4 of your cards and stack, you know, put a card on top, right? And then you exile the rest. This is interesting because a lot of Eldrazi's, like Ulamog, also has synergy. Like the new Ulamog has synergy with like cards in exile too, not just in like the graveyard. So that's an interesting one. When you cast a spell, exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Fantastic. So it's kind of like a cityscape level, right? Where you get a cast effect and then you get to destroy something. And it's a 1 mana cheaper, but it just misses that component. What you know, when it says cityscape leveler attacks, it gets to do it over again. And cityscape leveler can also be casted from a graveyard, but still nonetheless pretty cool. And then I got a Jet Medallion, another sick card that I needed for my mono black deck. So now this set just kind of filled that in for me. So there you go. What else? I mean, there's so many cards to read here. I mean, I just like don't know where to start. Like, I'm sure I just can keep this bulk around and I'm gonna find like stuff I need for later. You know, it's like you can't really go wrong with this set. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised that I thought like Outlaws of Thunder Junction, I thought their play boosters were garbage from what I had opened up. But these play boosters, they don't suck. Like I swear this pack, one of the packs was the Ashling, the Jet Medallion, and the Devourer. These 3 were in one pack, so of a play booster. So it's just so stacked. And I think they're like, what, $7 a pop? Not so bad, I guess, for a master set or modern set. Yeah, so this is kind of just the... Oh, and then obviously I got a sweet Roxanne too from the Outlaws booster. I got like this sweet fast land. So that's fantastic. And look at this guy. Look at that. Freaking Showcase Hostile Investigator. Gorgeous. Yeah, I could do no wrong today, guys. I could do no wrong. Cruel Ultimatum. Clear Shot. Who knows, man? Who knows? So many cards, guys. So many freaking cards to look at. Let's see. I mean, that's kind of... I mean, then there's just the pickups in general. So, like I said, I'm working on a Arwen deck, and we'll get into that, you know, in more detail, of course, as I acquire the cards. But Like this was the rest of the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the collector pack. Then I kind of went through the bulk rares there, picked up like a nice foily Garden for my Greasefang deck, which is nice. And then of course, I think most of these cards are for my Arwen deck. Like obviously these are gonna have counter synergy, so this is just like in general, just good pickups I got. Here's the Ornery Tumblewag that has that synergy with counters. I just thought some of these cards were interesting in the bulk pile. Like this one just seemed interesting. Like when Hallowed Spirit Peekabers die, I put X 1/1 white spirit creature tokens on with flying on the battlefield, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. It's like that's kind of crazy. Like this thing just has to die, and if you have a ton of creature cards in your graveyard, you just make that many 1/1 spirits. I thought it was a pretty interesting card, to be honest. Picked up a Chitter Spitter. I mean, these are just, I was making a joke, like how nauseating are these blue spells? Like, like a River's Rebuke, how this thing, people play these on Brawl and they think it's an okay card, like it's okay to do to people. This is not okay. This card is not okay at all. Return all non-land permanent cards the player controls to the owner's hands. At least it's target player, right? It's really good in Brawl. Let's just say, I got a nice Ivy Showcase in foil for like all my Mutate decks. So that's a nice one there. Okay. Yeah, so these are just ones that goes in my deck here. Just picked up some just more like from my Arwen deck. I got all these nice counters here. Got some cool Planeswalkers too, like the Wandering Emperor, like I'm going to be able to -2 in that like relentlessly because I'll just be proliferating. So it's going to be really like, people are not going to want to swing too much because I'm just going to exile their stuff, right? Gyre Sage, I definitely want to try that one now. I have the Hardened Scales. These are all cards I got from his glass or from the binder. It had like most of the cards I just needed. Like it just had an abundance of them, guys. Some nice art for my Thalia and Gitrog monster deck. It's a nice one there. It's beautiful. Yeah, just more gas. Just a ton of gas. Picked up a Wooded Foothills just because I just need these, like in general for decks. Play like a lot of Gruul. And then I have this Astral Cornucopia. Seems really interesting for proliferate decks as well. Just proliferating on it and like creating mana as a result. Now this is the guys, this is gonna be like my bread and butter for Arwen. Like this card is absolutely whacked. So I just put this on like my indestructible Arwen, and I'm gonna get her in the air, and I'm gonna deal the lethal damage, like no problem, commander damage. I'm gonna be dealing double damage, and I don't have to worry about RMB dealt damage because she's indestructible, like forever. So that's crazy. So that's a good pickup. This is just because Mystic Forge, and I just have been trying to do some weird artifact things lately. So like a Murray Retriever, this is like kind of more competitive stuff. Strionic Resonator, this is just gonna go into like my Brago and like Greasefang deck, so I just needed another copy. Winter Moon, this is like for more of my Maria competitive stuff, so just some stack pieces, some disgusting stack pieces. And then of course I got like a bunch of like support for the mana base for the Arwen deck, all the Selesnya lands. So yeah, I just had like a great time there. I got the bird too. I won't be using this as a commander. This is just for my Brokos and Omnath mutate decks. So it'll be like a little more fair in that setting, but it's still gonna be nasty. So there's a Nadu, and then I just picked this up like in singles, and then I ended up just picking it up in general in the packs. The Nantuko, solid card. I picked, these are from the ones I already had, the pre-existing cards, but all in all, I had a major success at the LGS, and I encourage you to go take a gander at your own LGS and go hang out with some people sometime and bring your money. Let them take your money from you. So thanks everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night. Goodbye.